What if I told you that 4 people were brutally murdered inside a small cabin, and 3 children sleeping in the next room heard absolutely nothing? What if I told you the killers left behind fingerprints, blood evidence, and murder weapons, but 40 years later, no one has ever been convicted? This is not a horror movie. This is the Keddie cabin murders, and it really happened April 11th, 1981. Keddie, California, a tiny resort community of about 200 people nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountains. The kind of place where everyone knows everyone. The kind of place where people leave their doors unlocked. The kind of place where nothing bad ever happens. Sue Sharp is a 36-year-old single mother of 5. She recently moved to Keddie to escape an abusive marriage and start fresh. She lives in cabin 28 with her children. Johnny, age 15. Sheila, age 14. Tina, age 12. Ricky, age 10. And Greg, age 5. On the night of April 11th, Sheila is sleeping over at a friend's cabin next door. The rest of the family is home. Johnny has 2 friends visiting: Justin, age 12, and Dana Wingate, age 17. It is a normal Friday night. The next morning, Sheila returns home around 7. She walks through the back door and into a nightmare. Her mother, Sue, is lying on the floor of the living room. She is bound with medical tape and electrical wire. She has been beaten beyond recognition. She has been stabbed multiple times. A yellow blanket covers parts of her body. Johnny is on the couch, also bound, also beaten and stabbed. He was only 15 years old. Dana Wingate lies face down near the doorway, the 17-year-old friend who was just staying overnight. Wrong place, wrong time. But here is the detail that makes this case unforgettable. In the bedroom just feet away from the carnage, 3 boys were sleeping: Justin, Ricky, and Greg, ages 12, 10, and 5. They slept through the entire attack. They heard no screams, no struggle, no sounds of violence. They woke up, walked right past the crime scene without realizing what had happened, and went next door to ask for cereal. How is that possible? Some investigators believe the children may have been drugged. Others suggest the killers knew exactly who was in each room and worked in terrifying silence. The truth is, we do not know. And there is another horrifying detail. Tina is missing. The 12-year-old girl was in the cabin that night, but her body is not there. She has been taken, kidnapped, from a scene of mass murder. The investigation begins immediately. But from the start, things go wrong. The Plumas County Sheriff's Department is small and inexperienced. They have never handled anything like this. Evidence is mishandled. The crime scene is not properly secured. Crucial details are lost in those first critical hours. Still, there is no shortage of evidence. 3 weapons are found at the scene: 2 knives from Sue Sharp's own kitchen, and a claw hammer that does not belong to the family. It has a bent claw, suggesting it was used with extreme force. A bloody fingerprint is found on the hammer. It has never been matched to anyone in any database. Witnesses come forward with disturbing information. A man was seen near the cabin that night, covered in blood. Cars were heard coming and going in the early morning hours. Strange men had been hanging around Keddie in the days before the murders. The leads multiply, but none of them lead to an arrest. The community is paralyzed with fear. Whoever did this is still out there. Families move away. The resort empties. Keddie becomes a ghost town. Then, 3 years later, a breakthrough and a heartbreak. In 1984, a bottle collector finds a human skull near Camp 80, almost 70 miles from Keddie. Dental records confirm it belongs to Tina Sharp. She was 12 years old when she was taken from that cabin. Near the skull, investigators find a few small bones, a jacket, a blanket, and a pair of jeans. But most of Tina's remains are never found. She was kept alive for some period of time after the murders. Then she was killed, and her body was scattered across the wilderness. Over the decades, theories and suspects have emerged. 2 men in particular became the focus of investigation. Martin Smart, a friend of the Sharp family who lived in the cabin next door, and his friend John Bubid. Both men had violent histories. Both had connections to the victims. Both made suspicious statements in the years after the murders. In 2016, police obtained arrest warrants for both men. But there was a problem. Martin Smart died in 2000. John Bubid died in 19... They were never questioned under oath. They were never tried. They were never convicted. The warrants named them as the killers, but without a trial, the case cannot be officially closed. Legally, the Keddie cabin murders remain unsolved. The cabin itself stood for decades as a monument to horror. Locals avoided it. Some claimed it was haunted. In 2018, cabin 28 was finally demolished. but the memories remain. Sue Sharp, Johnny Sharp, Dana Wingate, China Sharp. 4 lives ended in a single night of unimaginable violence. 3 children who somehow slept through it all, a community destroyed by fear, and a case that took 40 years to name the killers, but can never truly deliver justice. Some mysteries are solved too late. Some answers come when there is no one left to punish. The Keddie cabin murders remind us that evil can happen anywhere, even in a quiet cabin in the mountains, even on a peaceful Friday night. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Share this video. Comment your thoughts below, because Cabin 288 should never be forgotten, where curiosity meets the unknown.